Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Laura coming to you with another short video. And the title of today's video is going to be Gang Stalkers, the Master Puppeteers. And in this video, we're going to talk about just how the gang stalkers are able to recruit so many people to do their dirty work. You know, have you ever wondered about that? How they recruit others to do their bidding and their dirty work? Have you ever wondered how they gain such a loyal following? And also in this video, we're going to talk about how you can protect yourself from these masters of organized stalking. Okay, so let's talk about it. Well, first of all, in order to be able to recruit someone to do your dirty work, you have to have amazing people skills. You have to have knowledge that's gained by observing people very carefully, knowing the nature of people, their needs, and also pinpointing their weaknesses. And then you have to have the ability to apply these techniques in a way in which your recruits will never know what's happening to them. And this here is not something that's gained overnight. This here takes years of learning how to manipulate. It takes years of observation and experience. And so in order to be able to do this, they have to have amazing people skills. Secondly, only a person whose heart is filled with extreme wickedness and deceit is capable of forming these false allegiances. And they form these false allegiances, my friend, while hating the people that they're recruiting, while hating and despising their followers, while hating and despising the people that's doing the dirty work. And they hate and despise them because they're so easily manipulated. And you have to excuse my voice today. And they hate and despise them for their weaknesses and allowing them to use them in such a way. Well, you know, these techniques, it starts with a string of fake bonding methods. And so, okay, the master puppeteer, how does he manipulate and move his puppets around? By the strings attached to their arms, their legs, and even their mind, their head. And so these methods include, you know, the fake niceties, the feeling of an unbreakable bond and friendship, a feeling that, you know, they care for you and that you can trust them. And then it's seasoned with a lot of, you know, appearing to truly love the recruit, even to the point of feigning agape type of love. And another thing, secondly, they prey on people who are needy and greedy for power. People who want to be all-powerful. They have this need to be in charge and need to be validated and need to be propped up. So they prey on people who have a need for power. If you guys have ever watched the movie Aladdin, the genie that's in the lamp, yes, he's all-powerful, but he's reserved to live in an itty-bitty living space. An itty-bitty living space until someone comes along and rubs the lamp in order to free him from the lamp. And then really he's never really free from the lamp because even though he's out and about, he's always lugging around this lamp. But then shortly he learns that he's not the all-powerful one, that there's always someone more powerful than him. And so that power is the person, the one that's more powerful is the person that can come along, rub the lamp, and make the 3 requests that he has to obey. So he realizes that he has limited power. It's amazing to me how they're able to manipulate their recruits. And before I get into the manipulation techniques, let's take a look at some of the names of recruits of game stalkers. They're known as peons, lower level game stalkers, the worker bees, and even they're also known as flying monkeys. So, what are some of the ways that they manipulate the recruits into doing their dirty work? Well, they dupe them into feeling that there is a commonality, that they have something in common. They dupe them into believing that there's some sort of camaraderie that they're building, and that, they have a relationship that's built on mutual love, trust, and respect, a two-way relationship. And they dupe them into believing that they are building something together. They're working towards a worthy cause together. They dupe them into believing that they're going to move up and be the right-hand man or woman, or someday be placed in charge of other peons or flying monkeys or worker bees or recruits. They dupe them into thinking that there's something higher and more important that they're working for, when all the while, basically you're working for the leader of the gang stalking. He or she is getting their needs met. They're being placed on a pedestal. You're stroking their ego. Basically, you're doing whatever they tell you to do. But they're able to do this without the recruits ever knowing the difference. Basically, they make them feel as though they're on the same team, and that the outcome is in the best interest for all parties involved. And we all know that's not true. They make them feel as though, they're going to take over the world together. They're going to rule the world together. But just like the genie in the lamp, their power is limited. And the one that has the power is the one that's pulling the strings, the one that's rubbing the lamp, the one that's able to make the requests, the one that's sending you out to do the bidding, the one that has the strings attached to your arms, your legs, attached to your mind. And we all know that wherever the mind goes, the man follows. And that's a quote, my friend, from Joyce Myers. And so I'm going to end this video right here. I didn't want it to be too long, but make sure that you stay tuned for video number 2, in which we're going to go into a deeper discussion about gang stalkers, the master puppeteers, and we're going to discuss in a more deeper discussion exactly the techniques that they use. And there are so many, and I can't cover it all in one video. But anyway, stay tuned. Make sure you watch video number 2. And I thank you so much for listening. If there was anything in this video that resonated with you, please take the time to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share. And as always, until we meet again, bye-bye, my friends.